It's really hard to put into words what this means. I mean, it is such an honor. There's so many wonderful artists in Laguna. And I just want to thank Greg for kind of spearheading it, and for Michael's beautiful work that he did, and for all of the Cleo Street neighbors. It's just overwhelming.
Well, Barbara and I have lived here virtually all of our lives, and we started this group called the Cleo Street Beautification Committee. And when Taco Bell was going to get changed into the taco stand, the community got together and decided that, well, this could be a good opportunity to add art to our community. And the neighbors got together and were excited about it and decided to co-fund, along with the Arts Commission, the design of a mural.
Greg and Barbara have been the people really behind this collaboration. I always collaborate with architects and designers. I want to look at the site. There's so many inspirations. Who's going to be looking at this? Where will it be seen? This piece happens to be on Cleo Street. It's visible from PCH. And when I looked at Michael Hallinan's paintings, I was thinking, what's going to read big and simple that you could see from across the street or far away? I want the viewer to be able to glance over at the mural and get a little bit of enjoyment out of it for the 30 seconds or 45 seconds that they're sitting at the red light. So I try to keep in mind there's beautiful things to see really up close, but also you can enjoy it at a glance. Passing motorists can enjoy it too.
Well, the story goes, Michael Hallinan was a surfer, and he surfed out here at Thalia Street. And I'm a surfer and a surf filmmaker, and when Julian here, who's the owner, decided to put the money that goes to art in public places in a remodel like this, decided that a mural was a good idea, and this wall would be a great place for a mural. The community here got together and said, we'll put more money in than your contribution to make it even a better mural.
Now, Laguna Beach is an art community. It's known for its art. We should be honoring our artists. And so we decided that it would be really cool to dedicate a mural to one of our past artists. And the committee chose Michael Hallinan, who surfed out here quite often and was one of the most brilliant plein air artists in our community. And another artist, Mike Tauber, we felt would do a wonderful job in dedicating a piece of art to Michael Hallinan. And Michael passed away a few years ago. This will reflect, I think, what Laguna is and reflect who Michael was. We're very excited about having this mural be on Cleo Street and be on the side of the taco stand here in our community.
So the actual working on the mural is probably going to take me 8 weeks. Working on it several hours a day, sometimes 8 or 9 hours a day. But that doesn't include, the design of the maquette, gathering all my inspirational photos, making sure I've got my glazes right. This thing had to go through some public reviews at the, being a public mural, it had to be approved by the City Art Commission, of course, and finally, the neighbors and city council and everything. Like all public art has to go through its approval process. So, all in all, the project will probably be taking 3 or 4 months from concept to installation and completion. Maybe a little bit longer. And I'm gonna end up going here and over here. Yeah. When I'm working on murals or projects, so I can use them as references. If you look at some of these down below, those are going to be some of them that I'm going to be using on the sandy beach colors. So these two are definitely going to be appearing in this mural. And then this is what I call exotic glazes or salt glazes. They have interesting little, they create different textures and explosions in the kiln. This one I like. I decided this one really conveys what a real eucalyptus leaf looks like. I also use it on some of the trunk of the tree. Some other ones, you could see these salt glazes are here in the mural. So instead of painting it, I'm letting the glazes convey the feeling of this type of vegetation down here. You could tell over here in the unfired area, those are all those little crystals. That's what they look like before they're fired, and then after they're fired, they end up looking like this. And so that's really nice about using these low fire glazes.
Well, for us, it was so inspiring to come into a community where the residents are just so welcoming and also care so much about their community. That's something that we cherish with our brand, to be a part of something bigger than just a restaurant or whatnot. And so anything that we could do, obviously we were going to do. And I think that we're very happy with the results, and that's also just a big nod to you guys and the time and effort and also contributions that you all made. So thank you very much. We're honored to be here, and hopefully for a long time.
Yeah.
So when I'm working on large murals, sometimes I have to ship them to a job site where someone else is going to be installing them. I don't know where they're going to end up going, and it can be very confusing to a builder or tile installer. So I always send them a map, and it's got also a map showing the image, but I will put a piece of tape on the front of the tile so they know. These will all have numbers on them, what row and what row they're going in. This one, for example, is row 1 through 19, and my letters go high. So this is 1B, below that is 1A. So this one is 2B, 3B, 4, 5, 6, 7. So everything's numbered and labeled, because if you take this apart and put it back together again, it's very, very confusing. So this glaze is part of the border. It's going to fire to look just like this. And I'll take them all out of the kiln and bring them back here and take them out and lay them back on the table and have a look at it. And once this whole thing is fired, the first firing, then I'm going to go in, do all my highlights and my shadows, throw them back into the racks, fire them again, put them back together. It's a long, slow process till I reach the level of finish and perfection that I'm looking for.
As an architect, I was challenged because in the 70s, I actually came to this Taco Bell in high school. So I understood how long it had been here and at a time what it meant to the community. It was a challenge to change it and to make it even more iconic to the community with a new face and an upgrade. And when I was approached by Greg to upgrade the fencing and all the different parts of this, plus the art mural, I was really pleased that Julian jumped right on the wagon and said, yes, let's do it. And so I think this is a great improvement to the corner, a great improvement to the neighborhood, and I hope Laguna enjoys it. Thank you.
This was installed in the studio. The tile was fixed down to the panels. Panels were brought here to the job site, and then we mounted them to the wall in this frame. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're not going to be able to see that once the piece is finished. You can see if you look over here, we're filling grout, and this is where the seams are in between the 4 panels. And so that these can be removed, and then the tile can be unbolted from the wall and possibly transported to another location if it has to be. And that way we're going to preserve the art. So that's what makes it so interesting. But definitely a lot of kiln firing. My kiln holds about 38 tiles in one firing. I think we had 108 tiles. I can't remember how many tiles are in here, but yeah, there would have easily been about 7 or 8 firings to get this whole thing done. Now that we're in the sun, you can see all these beautiful burns in this glaze. It's hard to see that in the studio, but now that I see it in the sunlight, you can really see it came out very successfully. This piece will age really naturally and beautifully, even if it gets some dirt or grime on it, that anything gets being outside right here by Coast Highway is the aging and the salt air and things like that are kind of intentionally designed into it.
And as someone in the neighborhood, it's fantastic to see a business owner partner with the community in such a great, fantastic way to not only beautify the community, but bring a great product and service to the community. The tacos have significantly improved from the location. I've been here 3 or 4 times this week, but it's fantastic of living in the neighborhood to watch all the folks that stop to look at the mural, take it in, enjoy the ocean that's just beyond us, but just to pause and just look and reflect on where they are in such a beautiful place in Laguna Beach and enjoy some wonderful tacos at the same time. So thank you for the partnership with the community, and best of luck in the success and fantastic art, Mike.
I think it's this group that we have this in the neighborhood that's worked on our projects, and I just think it's a model for other neighborhoods to be able to get their community together to see how they can put art into their community, because that's what this town is. The beating heartbeat of this town is art.